I want to read you a quote from your show's creator, Vince Gilligan, speaking about morality and how he has been a little bit changed by Breaking Bad. He said, I have no intention of excusing misdeeds or murders, but monstrous people don't bewilder and terrify me quite as much as they used to. Because I feel like I've had some version of them in my head for the past 4 years. I recognize them as human. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a good thing or a bad thing, but on some weird level, as someone who lives in the modern world, it gives me some small measure of comfort. Do you feel that? Do you feel like has playing this role made you understand evil to a place where you could see yourself ever capable of it?
Well, I wouldn't say it's evil. And perhaps it's because this character lives inside of me and I don't judge him, from a, outside world kind of thing. Is that I think what I've learned by playing Walter White is that even the meekest person among us is dangerous if provoked, if given the right set of circumstances. If I found out what really is that deep, dark place in you that would motivate you to do anything.
Why are you talking about it? I'll fight you right now.
That's right. Let's go. If I was able to find that out and push those buttons, I could turn you into a killing machine. If you felt you or your kind or your mother or your sister or whatever was threatened, physically threatened, whatever that is, I think you as a law-abiding person could become a criminal.
But that's still, sure, criminal as far as having committed crimes, but that still morally might be acceptable if it's in self-defense or if it's
not
to protect your family. You're saying just like revenge. You're saying
you could explode. Have you ever seen Red? The term "seen red," where you get so emotional and so explosive and angry, and that you at that moment you could commit a crime, you could cause damage to yourself or others, and therefore was the creation of that term, temporary insanity as far as a plea.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Have you ever been in that position?
Yeah. I've been pushed to places where I didn't know what was coming out of me.
Right. So if you happened to be on the street at that time that happened, you could have thrown a rock over an overpass or done something and accidentally killed someone and a horrific accident was caused, or you could, it's possible because at that moment you're out of your head in anger, in fear, in whatever. And that's a real thing. That's a real impulse.
Has it ever happened to you? Have you seen red like that?
Yeah. I had a vision about, one time I had a vision about taking this girlfriend of mine. She was an ex-girlfriend and she was stalking me and harassing me, and she was crazy. Jesus. Out of her mind. She was on drugs and she was out of her mind, but I reached my limit. I used every thing that I thought of that could get her to stop her behavior, and it wasn't working. So I had this vision of opening my door and grabbing her by the hair and taking her into my apartment in New York and slamming her head against my brick wall.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was real. And then it scared the hell out of me because I thought, oh my God, I just saw this happening. Was this a flash forward? Is this going to happen?
Am I precog suddenly?
But we are. We think we have sense.
Thoughts
we
become
have
reality.
senses and instincts that this is going to turn bad, right? And a lot of times it works because we go, there's something wrong here. There's a vibe here. I want to get out of this place. There's something dark in this.
Yeah. Last week on Earth with Ben Gleib.